respectable dean, members of examination committee, my supervisor, teacher, research scholars, ladies and gentlemen, assalamu alaikum. First of all, I thank you for gracing my PhD defense. The topic of my dissertation is critical review of Pakistan-Russia relations since 1991. With the permission of the examination committee and Director Area Study Center, I hereby present an outline of dissertation to this August forum. Statement of the problem. Pakistan-Russia relations reflect both the phenomena of engagement and estrangements. However, the bilateral relations between Pakistan and Russia characterized by a persistent lack of warmth and engagement, attributed to historical and ideological disparities. Despite occasional interactions, the relationship is marred by a prevailing sense of detachment, which obstructs the fulfillment of previously agreed upon commitments. This scenario underscores the need to address the root causes of this estrangement and explore avenues for collaborative engagements. A comprehensive effort focusing on shared challenges and opportunities could potentially pave the way for a more harmonious and mutually beneficial Pakistan-Russia relationship. My research questions are: what are the dominant indicators of Pakistan-Russia growing bilateral relations? What are the influencing factors and actors for the development of sustainable engagement in future? Theoretical framework. The theoretical framework for this dissertation is based on two theories. The first question of this study is answered under the theory of neo-realism, while the second question is answered in the light of regionalism. Neo-realism, also known as structural realism, was developed by Neil Waltz. In his seminal work Theory of International Politics 1979, Waltz proposed that states' behavior in the international system is primarily influenced by the structure of the system itself, rather than just the nature of individual states. One major perception of the neo-realist, called defensive realism, is that states follow power only to the amount that safeguards their own survival under the system of anarchy. In such situations, states seek their self-interest and produce policies that help state interest. While regionalism is a theory of international relations, refers to the process of states coming together to form regional organizations and cooperating on common issues within a specific geographic area. It is not tied to a single theorist but has been explored by various scholars in international relations. Notable contributors include Ernst Hess, who coined the term regional integration, and Andrew Horel, who developed the concept of regional powers. This study aims to analyze the complex dynamics of Pakistan-Russia relations within the framework of neo-realism and regionalism, examining how these theories elucidate the motives, behaviors, and prospects of their engagement. Research methodology. This research is qualitative in approach. Primary and secondary data has been collected through in-depth interviews, focus group discussions with diplomats, relevant experts, and professors of international relations. The population also includes scholars and journals working for the strategic interest and the representatives of the business community. Moreover, secondary data was collected from sources such as books, journals, periodicals, research papers, newspaper articles, reports, PhD and MPhil theses. The issue of validity, reliability, and representativeness of data was verified by the process of triangulation. A brief account of the dissertation. Russian Federation and Pakistan. Russian Federation is a sovereign state appeared on the world map subsequently the disintegration of USSR in December 1991. The Russian Socialist Federative Soviet Republic (RSFSR) remained the largest and most important of the 15 republics in erstwhile Soviet Union. The Federation of Russia became the legitimate successor of the former USSR and all international rights and obligations on behalf of it. Due to this reason, many aspects in the foreign policy of Russia, except for supporting and exporting Marxism did not alter even after the dismemberment of Soviet Union. When Pakistan came into being in August 1947, Russia was a significant part of the Soviet Union. Pakistan and Soviet Union had no cordial relations except for two brief intervals in 1960s and early 1970s. The legacy of the past continued even after the disintegration of Soviet Union and the emergence of Russian Federation as an independent state. Pakistan-Russia relations since 1991. Phase 1, 1991 to 2000. Engagements in this era. To address Russian observations and improve the positive tone in setting bilateral relations, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Benazir Bhutto, in her first term extended her desire for economic coordination with Moscow and worked to resolve prevailing irritants between the two countries. Benazir Bhutto sent a high-level economic delegation to Central Asia and Russia. The first Russian Minister for Foreign Affairs, Mr. Andrei Kozyrev, had 4 days visit in April 1993. In February 1997, Pakistan reinforced the association with Moscow in finding a solution to the Afghanistan problem. The Afghanistan problem. Pakistan's Foreign Minister Gohar Ayub visited to Moscow in July 1997, aiming to boost bilateral relations in trade and the launch of Badr-2, Pakistan's meteorological satellite, by a Russian rocket from its Bagnor cosmodrome at the minimum possible cost. Russia did not interfere with Ukraine and Belarus to announce the sales of tanks and aircrafts to Pakistan in November 1998. Pakistan has been a chief buyer of Ukraine's advanced T-80 tanks, and around 320 Ukrainian tanks have been added to Pakistan's tank inventory. Nawaz Sharif, during his visit to Russia in April 1999, was warmly received by Russia. Both sides explored opportunities for political settlement and shared perspectives on the situation in Yugoslavia, Afghanistan, and the Kashmir dispute. Boris Yeltsin reassured in a louder tone, "As of today, we leave our past behind and buried and take a new step in our relations." Moving beyond the ideological dictates, both sides decided to grant most favored nation status. Estrangement in this particular era. The policymakers of Russia initially focused towards West. Russia frequently expressed its displeasure to Pakistan with the allegation of supporting anti-Russian religious extremists in Chechnya, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. Russia also alleged Pakistan of playing a formidable role in the dismemberment of Yugoslavia and training the Afghan Taliban as a looming threat to Central Asian states. In 1994-95, Benazir Bhutto attempted to warm relations with Russia, but underwent a key setback when her government recognized the Taliban-controlled government in Afghanistan as a legitimate entity in 1996. Pakistan-Russia relations Phase 2, 2001 to date. Engagements. President Musharraf was entrusted in diffusing tension and improving relations with Russia. General Mahmoud in November 2001 visited Russia as an attempt to quash Russian complaints and improve bilateral relations. President Musharraf in February 2003 visited Moscow again with the hopes of making a breakthrough in improving bilateral relations. Russia supported Pakistan's entry to the Shanghai Cooperation Organization as an observer and reciprocated Musharraf's visit with Mikhail Fradakov, Russian Prime Minister, to Pakistan in 2007, cementing bilateral relations and economic cooperation further. General Ashfaq Parvez Kiani, Chief of Staff of Pakistan Army, visited Moscow in 2009 and again in 2011. Followed by Pakistan's Air Chief's visit to Russia in August 2011. The real impetus in the evolving bilateral relations was gained during Asif Ali Zardari, President of Pakistan, visit to Russia in 2011. During this visit, the two countries signed MOUs in energy, investment, air services, and agriculture. Nawaz Sharif in 2013 tried on building Pakistan-Russia relations to a win-win position. Russian Defense Minister visited Islamabad in November 2014. Along with 41 members delegation, Russia, besides lifting its self-imposed arms embargo on Pakistan, the agreement set the grounds for cooperation in multi-dimensional areas such as strengthening cooperation in combating terrorism, drug trafficking, and controlling arms proliferation, and bilateral collaboration in military and sharing of experiences in fields including education, health, hydrography, culture, and peacekeeping operations. Pakistan was allowed to purchase Russian Mi-35 helicopters in 2015. Jointly conducted two naval exercises under the code name Arabian Monsoon in 2014 and 2015. In September 2016, Russian and Pakistani special forces staged their first joint military drills in Charat. In addition, in 2016 and 2017, Pakistani and Russian special forces participated in counter-terrorism military drills dubbed Drushba. Pakistan was allowed full membership by the SCO in 2015. Pakistan allowed Russian access to Arabian Sea via Gwadar. In 2015, Russia signed a deal with Pakistan to construct a gas pipeline from Lahore to Karachi. In March 2017, a Russian military delegation visited Pakistan's ex-tribal areas and studied Pakistani border management and counter-terror strategy. In 2017, the Pakistan Navy organized the Aman Naval Exercise with the participation of 35 countries including Russia's largest anti-submarine warship Severomorsk. In February 2018, Pakistan's foreign minister visited Moscow and signed several agreements on cooperation. He emphasized that Russia enjoys a special place in our foreign policy. In April 2018, General Qamar Bajwa, Pakistan Army Chief, visited Moscow and formed the Joint Military Commission, followed by a high-level security meetings between the national security advisors of both countries and the exchange of military delegations. A Pakistani Naval Commission commanded by Vice Admiral Kaleem Shaukat visited to Russia in August 2018. In September 2018, military contingents from India and Pakistan participated in SCO joint exercises, which was a pleasant, positive gesture that happened on Russian soil. Pakistan and Russia announced a security training agreement to train army personnel of Pakistan in Russian military institutions. Shortly after US President Donald Trump terminated US international military schooling for Pakistan Army officers in mid-2018. In June 2021, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and his Pakistani counterpart Shah Mahmood Qureshi agreed to work closely for a negotiated political settlement of the Afghan conflict. In the post-US withdrawal from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Russia agreed on the need for stepping up peace efforts and restorations of peace and stability in Afghanistan. The agreed promises of cooperation continued with their delivery, including a batch of Mi-35 helicopters that reached Pakistan in early 2021. Moscow provided 50,000 doses of their Sputnik 5 vaccine to Islamabad during the COVID-19 pandemic. In a bid to strengthen Pakistan-Russia bilateral relations, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan visited to Moscow in his 2 days visit in February 2022. Estrangements in this particular era. In March 2016, Pakistani Premier Nawaz Sharif extended invitation to Russian President Vladimir Putin for visiting Pakistan, which was turned down by the Russia on the pretext that the visit agenda lacked enough material for the purpose. Probably Russians, through this message, intended to convey their disappointment on the Taliban's expansion towards Kunduz and wanted Pakistan to curb the Taliban's advance towards Central Asian borders. Further, Russia was also not happy on being ignored in China, Pakistan, Afghanistan trilateral foreign minister dialogues, which is regularly held since 2017. Prospects and challenges. Prospects in the field of defense. Prospects in the energy sector. Prospects in the education sector. Pakistan can develop cooperation with Russia in the education sector as Russia is geographically closer to Pakistan and the cost of education is comparatively lower. Prospects in the field of mass media and communication. A strong emphasis can be given on more people-to-people contact in various domains such as economics, politics, and society. Further, publications of Russian classic literature in English and Urdu and other national languages of Pakistan can help the people of Pakistan in understanding Russian society. Prospects in the field of counter-terrorism. Prospects in regional integration. SCO can be effectively used to address regional concerns such as extremism, drug trafficking, money laundering, cross-border organized crime, and security threats. Challenges. There are at least 5 identifiable areas wherein divergence continues to cause concern. Pakistan's alleged policy of using jihadi as a proxy, the fate of Kashmir. Due to political sensitivities, Russia, like all big powers, is unlikely to bring up this problem publicly with either India or Pakistan. Defense cooperation and arms sales to India. Pakistan's strategic reliance on China and Pakistan's dependence on United States. Russia believes that Pakistan's relations with the US have deteriorated numerous times in the past and that each time Pakistan edged closer to Russia, only to back to the US camp as soon as Washington returned with new packages to rekindle their strategic cooperation. Major findings of the thesis. Russian Federation initially focused its orientation on the West. In the early 90s, Russia just persuaded much a reduced diplomatic presence in all South Asian capitals. Since Zardari visited Russia in 2011, the trends in Pakistan-Russia bilateral cooperation have been moving upward and with flourishing relations in important sectors. China has been Pakistan's primary defense supplier. However, on the other hand, with Russia's recent opening to Pakistan, China now competes with Russia for defense sales to Pakistan. Russia is likely to be dubious of Pakistan's commitment to remaining really non-aligned and to the common Eurasian vision and strategic cooperation. Pakistan missed to benefit from the promising opportunities to soften the bilateral relations with Russia, either because of its pro-Western standpoint or suspicions due to Indo-Russian closeness. Despite all of the above development in bilateral relations and economic cooperation, Russia seems inching forward cautiously towards Pakistan because of Russia's long-standing relationship with India. The engagement between the two states are found unsustainable despite signing various MOUs. Conclusion. Pakistan-Russia bilateral relations evolving positively over the last 3 decades and have been stepped up during the post-9/11 era. SCO played a supportive role in bringing both countries to converge their views on Afghanistan, CPEC, regional security, and other related issues. The theory of neo-realism illuminates how both nations engaged in balancing behavior to safeguard their interests. Pakistan's defense collaboration with Russia reflected a strategic response to its regional security concerns, effectively balancing against potential adversaries. This insight highlights neo-realism's capacity to explain the rationale, calculations, and power dynamics shaping their cooperation. The theory of regionalism provides a compelling framework to understand the evolving nature of Pakistan-Russia relations. Their participation in forums like SCO demonstrated a commitment to regional stability, economic integration, and conflict resolution. This has highlighted the practical manifestation of regionalism as both countries collectively addressed shared challenges within the regional context. Recommendations. Here are some recommendations to further strengthen the bilateral relations. Diplomatic engagement and high-level visits for independent foreign policy, trade and economic cooperation, cultural and educational exchanges. This can create a deeper understanding of each other's societies and values. Counter-terrorism and security cooperation, sharing intelligence, conducting joint exercises, and facilitating training programs can lead to increased cooperation in this critical area. Regional connectivity and infrastructure development, energy collaboration, regular consultation on international issues, maintain a dialogue on international and regional issues of mutual concern. Threat to diplomacy. Encourage non-governmental organizations, think tanks, and academic institutions to engage in threat to diplomacy. Conflict resolution. Persuading Russia to use its influence to help mediate and support peaceful resolution of disputes in the region, particularly in South Asia, can contribute to overall stability. Balancing regional interests. While seeking closer ties with Russia, Pakistan should ensure that its engagement does not negatively impact its relation with other key partners, especially the United States and China. The last but not the least, sustained engagement. In this regard, Pakistan and Russia must seek Chinese approach towards their developmental projects and joint work for environment and climate change. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you.